Hi, welcome back. My name is Avery Dial. I'm a former student budget committee member. I was on the committee for a few years, so I'm here to share with you some things you need to know for your organization's funding requests. So as we move along, you should have been watching the previous videos. If you are not, if you're just jumping in, you just need to know about this. We're going to be going over some different funding requests for SOAB. So SOAB is the new Student Organization Allocation Board, and they are in charge of allocating all of the funds for over 300 organizations. So with an overwhelming number of requests, it's very, very imperative that we get you and your organization as crisp and clean as it can to make sure that not only you get all the funding that you can receive, but also it's a smooth process on our end, on our accounting end. So as we go down here, we already went over the policy. We went over we went over your funding information form. Now we're going to go into semester allocation funding. So we're going to go ahead and click on this link. And when you get to this page, it's going to tell you about semester funding. So each semester, your student organization is going to be required to submit a funding request. And this is very important that your organization is doing this every semester and thinking ahead about events and programs that you want to have for next semester. If you remember the student budget committee, you remember annual funding. And annual funding, it was very hard for student organizations to really conceptualize what they're going to be using their money for a whole year in advance when some e-board members weren't going to be there. Other organization members were leaving the organization. It was very hard for them. However, we found that semester funding for organization that really took advantage of that, found that they had a much easier time with their funding. So that's kind of a little background about semester funding. How to apply for funding. Okay, so you're going to complete the budget request that you're going to have access to from your treasury. So you're going to have to go into OrgSync, go to your memberships. My membership is with the University Activities Organization. So I click that. I'm going to go to Treasury, and then I'm going to click on Manage Budgets. Now, for security reasons, I'm not going to go really into our budget right now. But for you, make sure that you go into Manage Budgets and then click on the necessary links and fill that out properly. And I'll help you out with that in one moment. So if we go backwards, you're going to want to download the checklist. Now, this checklist is going to tell you some things you need to familiarize with yourself with before you move on. So as you saw in the previous video, we went over some SOAB policies. Please take the time to go with your e-board and really understand what SOAB can fund and what SOAB can't fund, and so you don't want to waste your time. The president, treasurer, and your advisor all have access to the this portal to check on your treasury. Check to see if you're eligible for semester funding. And like I said before, talk to your organization, plan out, budget, think about everything you're going to need down to the most minute things, the things you may forget about. So it's good to have a lot of heads around the table during this process. Make it a real collaborative effort. All right. So you saw that we just went into the treasury account. So you saw where managed budget was. So once you click that, you're going to go and see this. Now this is where you're going to type in your budget name, and it's always going to be the organization name and then the semester that you're going to request the funding in. The budget period is going to be at the bottom, and then budget details. And so line by line, you can see exactly what we're going to be purchasing. So in this example, Freddie Falcon is going to be speaking. The category is going to be under programming. Programming is basically the same thing as events. So always think of programming as events. You're going to want to put the fee and the rental costs. and you can see there's going to be a total at the bottom. This is a line item. A line item basically goes in a line, and it has a drop down menu of what it's going to be used for. So this case is a stipend, stash, and honorarium. And basically, a stipend and an honorarium are the ways that we're allowed to pay for speakers to come. There's another drop down menu that has rentals. Like you said before, we have Freddie Falcon's honorarium, and we have the rental for a union space and AV charges for that. So you can see that totaled up down here. So for each event or trip, you add a new budget item. All costs are associated with the event or trip with the line items listed below. And it gives you some different things that people spend their money on: equipment, uniform, banners, visiting artists, Friday and Freedom rentals. All right. Make sure that you upload all supporting documents. So you should be generating at least 25% of your budget all alone. This can be done a myriad of different ways. You can do the Falcon Funded Program, which is a crowdsourcing program that you and the organization can apply for. There's also fundraisers, just getting very, very hitting the ground hard, making sure that you're doing all your bake sales, making sure that you're doing your Cedar Point fundraisers, doing everything to put your organization in a financially fiscal place to be able to have amazing events and programs so you can not only keep your members but gain new members and just have an amazing college experience. There is a place for you to put supporting documents. So make sure that you upload. That can be a screenshot of Amazon Amazon page. That can be a Lakefront Lines quote that you receive. That can be the hotel quote that you received. Include all that in there because it's only going to help your case. All right, this is some more information about completing your budget. Make sure that you have all of your officers and your advisors review and then approve of your budget. Your budget isn't really officially submitted to SOAB until that has happened. So please make sure that gets done. Documentation. Yep. So, like I said, make sure you go over this checklist with your organization. As you know, people don't stay in college forever. People go out and get jobs. So you want to make sure that the freshman and sophomore coming up, they get a chance to really see how it's done before they actually have to do it. These are the important dates for this year. So if you haven't done already, you should have been going to your funding request hearing. This was done Tuesday, January 23rd at the theater, and Wednesday, January 24th. I went and I saw a lot of people in there, but not as many people as I wanted to see. So I want to make sure that everybody, please make sure that you're going to these funding help sessions. It's very, very imperative for the financial health of your organization. And we want to make sure, we really want to make sure that you succeed the best you can. So please make sure you go to those. Awesome. Well, this is all about semester funding. Make sure you download the checklist, go over that with your organization, and then make sure that you, as a president, treasurer, and advisor, know exactly when to apply for funding. All right. Until next time.